It is morning time, and I wanted to report, after having slept on it, I want to report my thoughts on a movie that I really enjoyed, with a very bland, generic name, unfortunately. The name of the movie is Relay, but the movie itself is far better than the name. Um, the movie is about a guy who provides this service for people who are whistleblowers, people who find out, discover some high level corporate malfeasance, and they try to tell the company about it. The company wants them to shut the hell up, and then come after them, send their goons after them or whatever. And they they're in a situation where their lives are in danger because they know too much, and this guy provides a service whereby people can, um, through him, with this guy acting as a go-between, and he's very technologically proficient, and clever, and he knows ways to evade everybody and leave them in the dust, and so they never know who he is. But in any case, he essentially works out a deal with the companies that the whistleblower, or the would-be whistleblower, is in trouble with the company, I should say, the corporation, the conglomerate, the entity, the body, whatever it is, whereby the person uh, uh, sells can sell the information they know, or give back the incriminating document, whatever it might be, through him, with him acting as an intermediary, uh, and uh, and then but he still keeps the information himself, to ensure the safety of the would be whistleblower. So it's as collateral. It's like I said, I maybe stumbled over describing it, but but that's essentially what it's about, and or what the hero of the movie does. And he leads a solitary existence. He's an interesting character. He is, like, we find out some things about him gradually as the movie progresses. Uh, what is it that makes him opt to do this? Uh, that's part of what makes the story interesting. Now, the main story is about a young woman who's in this kind of situation where she's being harassed by the company that she found has committed this grave malfeasance, but they don't want to go back and admit the evidence, admit that they were wrong, uh, for various reasons, and so they would just rather, uh, uh, pretend that there was no wrongdoing, and they can just make their money and get away scot free, even though this is something that's going to put lives at stake, that's going to destroy lives, that's going to kill people, essentially. I don't want to say too much about it. So anyway, she's working through this guy, um, and there's there's sort of a developing thing where they never see each other, but they work through this service called a relay service. It's something that, a means by which parties can contact other parties without either party knowing where the other party is. It's something that the relayers. That's hence the name of the movie, Relay. But you relay your information by speaking to an intermediary, and the intermediary either speaking to him or typing messages to him as the hero does to preserve his anonymity. And so that way nobody knows who. That way the guy can talk to the corporation spokesman or their goons, as it were, that they've hired to to do their dirty work, and can also speak to the embattled whistleblower without anybody knowing who he is, and thus being able to keep doing what he's doing. And the one of the interesting things about the movie, one of the things that I mean, it's a straight up thriller. In some ways, it's just action. It's about a subject that obviously speaks to the reality of corruption in the world, and how power corrupts, and the little guy who tries to do the right thing is often crushed, and yet here's an advocate for the little guy to try to get his life back, after after finding out that his efforts to blow the whistle are just leaving him isolated and defenseless, and uh, destroying his life. And that's all pretty interesting. But I wouldn't be talking about this movie if there weren't a twist ending that really knocked my socks off. And the twist happens maybe 20 minutes away from the ending. And it catches you completely off guard. It did me. I was not expecting this at all. And I flatter myself as somebody who's reasonably clever, but I didn't think that this was coming. I didn't think that what was going to happen was going to happen, and I didn't even think there was a possibility of it. So when it did happen, again, it's a kick in the balls in many ways, because well, I don't want to say more than that. I can't say more than that. Um, it's just that sometimes the people you think you can trust, you can't really trust them after all. And sometimes something that seems really good and really nice and really sweet, and like it really has potential. Sometimes it turns out that well, it doesn't. Doesn't really. No, not so much. People aren't always who you think they are, and that's really it was shocking in the movie, and yet it fits with the whole theme, the themes in the movie of anonymity, and of self protection versus willingness to be vulnerable, and how that works in both situations where it's man versus the powers that be, fighting for justice, or just fighting to protect the lives of the little guy, whether it's that or whether it's something more personal than that. It's a kick in the balls, and it's really quite a gutsy choice. Um, I'm surprised that I haven't heard things about this movie. I haven't heard this movie being called any of the names that you hear uh, uh, people call movies these days. I'm surprised this hasn't uh, become a casualty of the woke war. And I can't say more than that. But with the twist, it's sort of a situation where you just didn't think. Not only did you not see it coming, but you didn't afterwards. You think to yourself, "Wow, they really went. They quote unquote went there." Um, so I recommend this movie. See it for yourself. I might do another review where I talk about the 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 twist. Where I want to make it clear, that it's a spoiler kind of deal. This time around, I didn't want to mention. I've tried to talk about the twist and its significance to me without giving it away, and hopefully I've done an okay job. But I've done a good enough job to intrigue uh, whoever's watching this to see it for yourself. So, Relay, have you seen it? What do you think? If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.